Well, we just finished the Donald Trump event. We're going to do a special program today. The whole show will be dedicated to his speech, interviews I did with people. You're watching The Voice of Resistance. I'm Randall Terry. Hope you enjoy the show.
Those who forsake the law praise the wicked. Those who uphold the law resist them. Welcome to The Voice of Resistance. Here's your host, Randall Terry.
We're going to do the best we can to give you a good program. We're going to dedicate the entire show to interviews we've done with people and with the Trump speech itself. Maybe a little commentary from me as we go. Hope you enjoy it. Tomorrow is Super Tuesday.
When he gets to the White House, he's going to make sure that we abolish
Why do you support Donald Trump?
I think the main appeal of Trump is that he's self-financing his campaign. You have Trump, or you have Rubio, you have Cruz. They're all being financed by the same banks, the same corporations that are financing Hillary. He's self-financing. He can act out of his own interests and out of our interests. I think also he's politically incorrect, which is something that we need in America right now because we're tired of being told everybody's racist, everybody's, all these things. We're tired of it, and I think Trump is a reaction to that, and it's a good reaction to that.
What are the most important issues for you in the upcoming election?
I like the fact that he's pro-life. He wants to lower taxes. We have a socialist running that's getting a lot of people to come, but they don't want to show the audiences for Trump. I think just stopping the left is the main thing for me.
Friend, we are in the middle of producing a 14-part epic television series called What Would Mohammed Do?, explaining Islam and ISIS to the West. I have a master's degree in international terrorism, and I have studied ancient Islamic texts for over a decade. And we are going to do a very paced and a very scholarly look at Muhammad's life and see the connection of his life to today's headlines. Well, we need your help on 3 levels. 1, we need help with some security measures. 2, we need help with some gear for the studio. And 3, we need help with some computers. I'm inviting you to go to the GoFundMe site that you see on the screen and watch the pilot for episode 1. You'll get a feel for what it's going to be, and I promise you, you're going to be excited. You'll be challenged, and you're going to want your friends to see it. And then after you've seen it, give what you can to help us with this project. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you're probably witnessing the next president of the United States getting off of the plane bearing his name. He will come out with flair, with pomp, with grandeur, and I promise you, he'll be coming out alone as he waves. And when he does come off that plane, you will hear a cheer from this crowd unlike you've ever heard. This is political choreography at its very best. The enthusiasm here is palpable. Look at the amount of people with their device taking pictures. You'll know it's him when he comes off the plane because of the enthusiasm, of the screams from the crowd. It's amazing as I look around, there's so many women, so many children, teenagers, young kids. Here he is.
Governor Christie and the next President
Governor Christie, who has recently endorsed Donald Trump, emerging from the plane first. And there he is, Donald Trump, the Republican frontrunner. If he wins the Republican nomination, he will be the next president of the United States because he knows how to take the fight to Hillary.
Now, I have to tell you, I've been amused traveling around today with Donald to hear some of the things that some of his opponents have had to say. I found it fascinating this morning to hear that Senator Rubio, said he's going to work as hard as he can and as long as he can to win the Republican nomination. That'd be something new for Senator Rubio to show up to work at all. Senator Rubio's been in the Senate for the last 5 years. And let's look at his record. Let's look at Senator Rubio's record. You know, when you get a job, you're supposed to actually do the job. He's missed. He says he's an expert on foreign policy because he's on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. Do you know he missed 60% of all the meetings of that committee? Senator Rubio says that he knows how to create jobs even though he's never created one in his life. And he's on the Small Business Committee. He missed 80% of those meetings. In fact, of all the different meetings he was supposed to go to in Washington, he's missed 68% of them. How about you give us a refund, Senator Rubio? And one other thing we got to make clear to him, the United States Senate may be a no-show job, but President of the United States is not. This man will show up to work every day to work for us. Let me tell you, what you know about this guy is he started to build this business with a small loan from his father. He turned that small loan into a business that's now worth over $10 billion. If he did that for the Trump companies, imagine what he's going to do for America. But get ready now, Tennessee, because I've seen it on TV. They're going to come at you the next 3 days with all the attack ads and all the
You can
lies
see
about
that
Donald Trump.
Chris Christie's first words are to go right to Marco Rubio, right to Rubio. That means that the Trump people feel that if they want to break somebody's political legs on Super Tuesday, it needs to be Rubio's, because that's where the establishment wants to spend and park its money.
Washington, D.C. tell you they're going to fix Washington. Can Washington politicians fix Washington? Do we need a businessman who's tough and strong? Do we need someone who has built jobs and will help to create jobs for American families? Do we need our college students and our children to once again be hopeful about America? Do you believe that can happen? So do I. And that's why I'm proud to introduce to you the next president of the United States, Donald Trump.
Why are you here?
I'm here to see Donald. I'm ready for change, some real change this time. There's so many important issues right now in this country's facing, and I'm ready for America to be great once again.
Are you a Republican?
Yes.
How do you feel about the Republican establishment?
I was with them for a while, but they're just not getting things done. I mean, it's the same story, different day. We want somebody new, an outsider, somebody who might actually do what he says.
Excellent. What are the issues that are important to you?
There's so many. The safety of our country, the economy. I mean, it just goes on. I mean, I can't pick one important issue that's more important than the other right now. Our country's in a mess.
And you think Trump is the man that can turn it around?
I think he's the only one that can. I really do.
What do you think about his idea for a temporary ban on Muslims coming into the country?
I love it. I think it's a great idea. I mean, we don't know who these people are. They're just coming in. I mean, we've got veterans right now that need more care than refugees.
Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas referred to John Locke twice in his dissent in the Obergefell decision. John Locke is referred to as the philosopher of American liberty. He was a genius, and he not only believed in natural law, but he believed in revealed law, the Word of God, the law of God. And he is one of the two most influential philosophers on the founders of this republic. We are offering you this book, and I'm going to give you my book as well, The Sword. The Sword, the subtitle is The Blessing of Righteous Government and the Overthrow of Tyrants. It looks at what is the legitimate purpose of government and when is it our right to overthrow government like they did with the Declaration of Independence. We will send you these two books if you simply pay for the shipping and handling, $8, and then give whatever else you want. And by the way, the $8 doesn't cover our cost, but if that's all you can afford, we'll send them to you for the $8. God bless you.
Thank you, Chris. Wow. Thank you. This is one endorsement, really, that I wanted. He's the right guy. Thank you very much, Chris. Appreciate it. Oh, folks, I love you. I'll tell you what. We got to win. You got to get out to vote. I don't want your money. I just want your vote. Just get out. You know, we've been going around a long time now. It started June 16th, and it's been incredible. It's been a really incredible experience. And you look at the cover of Time magazine from a couple of weeks ago. You look at just today, I was seeing coming up, people are saying this is a movement like they've never seen before in this country. I mean, it's incredible. Ever, ever, ever. Ever is a long time. And crowds like this, we have them. The people of this country are truly amazing. They're great. And we will, in fact, make America better, I think better than ever before. That's what we're going to do. So I've been watching and reading and studying and seeing things, and it's a nasty business, this world of politics. I'll tell you what, the lies, the deception, I used to think real estate in Manhattan was bad. That's peanuts compared to this stuff. You deal with liars. You deal with major sleaze. Do we know what sleaze is? And, you know, little Marco Rubio, this guy that he's going around, he's going crazy. He's number 2 or 3 in Florida. He's a senator. He's 22 points behind. If he ran in Florida today for an office, he couldn't run for dog catcher. He wouldn't be elected. He wouldn't be elected. He's unelectable. And we're going to beat him badly in Florida. That's going to be in a couple of weeks. And, you know, he goes around and he misconstrues. His new thing is he's got to be tough now. You know, tough guy, right? This is not a tough person, believe me. I can tell you this. Speaking about not tough, that man right there, Christie, I saw it happen right in front of my eyes. I was standing in the middle, which I've been from the beginning. That's the one who's in number 1 position. And little Marco was right over here. And Chris went after him. And I said, uh-oh. Because I never saw a human being sweat like this guy. And I said, there's something wrong. What's going on? And he was pouring. It was like he just got out of a swimming pool with a suit on. And Chris went after him, and he made the Obama statement, and he made it once, and then he made it twice. I said, that's strange. And then it went a 3rd time, a 4th time, and a 5th time. And I was ready to grab him because I thought he was going down. I was ready. I was standing here like this. I thought he was going to pass out. And it was a bad performance. And he's a choke artist. And let me just tell you about choke artists. You know it because you have a lot of athletes here. You have a lot of sports fans. Once a choker, always a choker. Is that true? Once a choker, always a choker. And we can't have chokers. We have too many problems in our country. We have problems like you wouldn't believe. Marco goes out. He buys a house for $179,000. He sells it for $380,000 to a lobbyist. Terrible. He takes money. And by the way, the lobbyist was, I think, doing business with Florida, trying to get legislation passed, which is part of the problem we have. We have people that are in office that have deals with everybody. I'm self-funding my campaign. I'm putting up my own money. Nobody's going to tell us what to do. I'm working for you. I'm working for you, folks. Believe me.
I think he's great.
What do you like about him?
Everything. Everything. He's wonderful. I think he can turn America around. I would like to take Hillary and stuff her in a coffin somewhere.
You think he'll beat Hillary?
I hope so. I hope he nails her to the wall.
I have a feeling that he'll say things to her and about her that no one else will.
Exactly, because he can get away with it. He's got more backbone than she's got put together. Him.
What are the issues that are important to you?
Well, the economy, the deficit, just about everything. Because Obama, he'd forget him. He hasn't done a thing.
Well, I would argue he's made the country worse off.
Yes, we're worse off than we were before. Reagan was one of the better presidents.
Friend, this TV show represents a mission. It's to be a voice of resistance to the evil in the land, but also to inspire people like you to take a stand at any level that you might be able to equip you, to inspire you, to challenge you, to give you the rhetorical ammunition that you need. But we still have to pay bills. This program, as you know if you're a regular viewer, we don't spend a lot of time raising money. We don't spend a lot of time saying, oh, you need to buy this and we're going to run. No, we're bringing you a message, but we still have bills that we need to pay. I'm asking you, if you have been blessed by this show, to please go to our website or send a check to the address you see on the screen or call the phone number that you see on the screen and use your credit card and to give $50 or $100 or $500 just to help us meet our normal expenses. And we'll keep bringing you this hard-hitting show.
So I then look at another thing in Marco, credit cards. They say he stole from the Republican Party in Florida. And they went again and again. He said, no. Then they caught him. He said, oh, I made a mistake. I used the wrong credit card. And he put the money back. Now, I can tell you one thing. If Christie was your U.S. attorney then, he gets indicted. Would you say that's right, Chris? He would have been indicted for a lot of different things. But look, we're going to be running against Hillary probably. She's going to get a pass on the emails. Can you believe this? Can you believe it? She's going to get a pass on the emails, and I will tell you, it shouldn't happen. We're getting some good training. You know, I've been now a politician. I hate to say it, but I guess that's what I am. For about 8 months, we've had really great training. I love the debate stuff. By the way, every single debate, the online polls, Drudge, a fantastic guy, Drudge does a poll, Time Magazine does a poll, Slate, many of these people do polls. We've won every single poll for every single debate. Can you believe this? Great. And the last debate, I got double teamed by these two characters. I'm sitting in the middle, and I saw them shaking hands before the debate. And I knew there was something going on. And then they have a picture of I'm standing there, and they're shaking hands behind me, getting ready to go. So we got double teamed by two crooked senators. You have one who's a liar, and then you have the other one who may be a worse liar. That's Rubio. I will say this. Cruz is smarter than Rubio. I will let you know in a few months who's the better liar, okay? I haven't determined. But they do lie, but they're politicians. All talk, no action. They're never going to get you there, folks. They're never going to get you there. It's not going to happen. So when I came down the escalator at Trump Tower, the press, it was, see all of that back there? We had so many cameras. It was like the Academy Awards. And I came down, I said to my wife, come on, I took a deep breath. I said, we have to do it. We're going to do something that's going to be great. I never knew it was going to happen like this. I never knew this was going to be happening, honestly. I had one of the great writers, one of the great writers called me up, and he said, how does it feel? I said, what? He said, what you've done has never been done before. He said, you've totally you've totally changed politics the way we know it. And it'll be written about, and it doesn't matter whether you win or lose, it'll be written about so favorably for many, many years, forever. And I say, let me tell you, it does matter whether we win or lose. That I can tell you. It does matter. So I've really enjoyed the process. I love the people. And you know, I've said, make America great again. All these hats, make America great again. But the truth is, over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've been saying very strongly, better than ever before. We can be better than ever before. The people in this country are great. We're going to have Apple start to make their iPhones and their computers and everything else they make in this country, not in China.
That would be very cool.
We're going to bring our jobs back from China. We're going to bring our jobs back from Japan and Vietnam and India and Mexico.
Vowing to bring jobs back to America from China, Japan, India,
and
Mexico.
We're going to have a strong southern border. We're going to have a real border. We're going to have a real wall. And who is going to pay for the wall? Who? You better believe it, 100%.
Mm-hmm.